All right, so a little bit more about myself, right? I've been in the call center sales, outbound sales, inbound sales, complex sales, transactional sales. I've been in sales my whole life, 25 years now. I'm 45 years old. Ever since I got out of college and quit playing hockey, I've basically been in sales. So, just a heads up for you folks who this may be your first attempt at selling, or you haven't necessarily worked the phones before. This is a tough gig. This is not something that comes easy. You're cold calling into gun shops, right? Gun shop owners, gun shop people. The majority of them are terrible business people. They own a gun shop because they liked guns, so they don't know about marketing and profitability and inventory turns and ROI and all that kind of stuff that business people in their shoes should know about. They're just kind of good old boy gun shop people, and that's why they opened a store. So it makes it difficult. A lot of them are conspiracy theorists. That you'll hear everything under the sun for you folks, for you Americans out there who are not really into Donald Trump and all that Second Amendment stuff. Like, you'll hear an earful about it. If somebody gives you a chance, they'll talk about it. Very opinionated. So just be prepared for that. Just kind of a heads up. I worked in technology and the airlines and all kinds of other companies, and this is this crowd is definitely a different breed. It's an interesting bunch. They're a lot of fun, but some of them are very opinionated and very vocal about it. So just a heads up on that. And also just keep in mind that like your first 2 weeks are going to be the toughest, are by far going to be the toughest. In fact, most of you, probably 7 out of 10 of you, I think there's about probably about 15 people that replied to the Craigslist ad. So out of the 15 people who might start this or might not, I'd be amazed if I had 3 or 4 people stay like long term, like over 3, 5, 6 months, somewhere in that range. Because getting started is the hardest part, right? Because one, you're starting because you want the money, right? Obviously, that's what people get into sales for. Two, your pitch isn't really like clean yet, right? Your pitch isn't perfect yet. It takes time to refine your pitch, to understand the product, to understand who you're talking to. And three, unless you've been in sales for a long time, you're not used to hearing no, and you're not used to getting hung up on. And some people can just be flat out rude. And it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to ask for the business, hard to ask for the credit card. You got to get used to doing that, right? It's kind of a different breed. So your first 2 weeks are tough to build pipeline, to make contacts. Just to make contacts can be very tough sometimes too. I would always tell people in the gun industry that you're going to make 100 calls a day. You're going to talk to 40 live people. Out of those 40 live people, 10 might be interested in your service. And out of those 10, if you can get one of them to close every day, you're doing a great job, like legit a great job. And so that kind of formula, is similar here. I would hope that, with the internet research and everything, you kind of have a leg up on things. But if you make 30 calls in a day or 40 calls in a day, and you talk to 10 live people, and you can get 1 or 2 sales out of it every day with this product, you're doing a pretty good job. And really, for those of you who are doing it on a part-time basis, which I think probably most of you will, it doesn't sound like much, but $100 a sale over the course of the month, I mean, you can put $500 extra dollars or $1,000 extra in your pocket during the course of a month. It can be, pretty significant, pretty life-changing money. So I'm hoping that that's what happens. I'm hoping that the majority of you stick with it. I'm here to support you 110%. I'm here to help you close deals. If you have somebody who you think is interested, but you just destroyed the pitch, but you want me to kind of fly back up and go in and try to close them, like, let me know who they are. I'll call them. And if we close them, I'll give you money. I mean, I really don't care. My vision of this is kind of the long game, right? So just to let you know, like, you're probably thinking, well, how is this guy doing this if he's, did $249 and he's only keeping 49? Like, why is he doing it for? Why is he in business? Well, for me, this has always been about the long game. This has been about setting up a company in 5 to 7 years that I can hand off to my kids someday. and have a constant stream of passive income for them on renewals. So I don't mind, having you folks do a lot of the customer acquisition stuff and paying you very well to do it, because I'm hoping that that customer is going to be a customer of Gun Rebates forever. And just to let you know, so far I think I'm somewhere in the range of like 180 to 200 customers or something like that. I haven't really kept close count of it, but so far I've only had one customer cancel on me so far. There's one customer who came back like after 40 days and was like, I just don't think it's gonna work. I don't see that it's gonna do anything for my business. And so he canceled and he left. Everybody else has either paid me every month, or in constant contact with me and listening to sometimes my rants and all my emails. My email open rate for my current customer base is through the roof. The traffic has been great, and I'm hoping to just expand this business as broad and as wide as I can across the entire country, and build something for the future. So that's my story. That's my spiel. After you read this video, or after you watch this video, email me back and ask me for your new gunrebates.com email address. I'm going to set each one of you up with a gunrebates.com email address that you can access through Gmail. Super easy to set up, and that way because you'll get a lot of customers that are like, oh yeah, I don't have time to talk right now, I got a customer in front of me, can you email me some information and follow up with me next week or something like that. So this way, if you have to email somebody, it'll come from gunrebates.com, just look a little bit more legitimate than Joe at Google at gmail.com or something like that. All right, so email me after you watch this video, and that should be it. Also email me any questions that you may have. Thanks, guys.